Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Old Time Rock and Roll. I'm your host, David Tear, where I've been featuring my personal top 3,000 songs of the rock era from 1954 to 1999. Today I'm up to song number 2830, and that one is Heart and Soul by the Cleftones. This was a doo-wop group. It was a one-hit wonder doo-wop group, and they had a hit with this song in 1961. It went to number 18. And this song, I don't have too much to say about this group. Here's a picture of them. Like I said, they were one hit wonder. They had some minor hits, or they had some songs I think that weren't hits before this. Um, but I think they did a really good job with this song. If you haven't heard it, you should listen to it. But the song Heart and Soul has a very long history. I'm sure most of you are familiar with this song. It was written in 1938 by this famous songwriting team, Harry Carmichael and Frank Loesser. I think that's how you pronounce it. And I don't know what their song they're playing in this picture, but "Heart and Soul" was one of their hits, and that they first wrote this in 1938, and I think performed it the same year. And it had many hit versions. I guess most of them pre-rock. The first hit version was in 1939. Actually, with the three hit versions in 1939. The first was by Larry Clinton and his orchestra, and here's a picture of them. And their lead, the woman who sang lead on it was this woman here, Bea Wayne. I never heard this version, way before my time. Maybe my parents did. I don't know. But then and the other hit versions in '39 and were Eddie Dushan. Here he is, and Al Donahue and his orchestra. There's a picture of them. So very popular song in the '30s. And then I guess the next hit version was 1952. It was by this group here, the Four Aces. I think an early doo-wop group. And then the Cleftones had the next hit version, 61. And in the same year, 61, I don't know who that is, but Janet Dean, they had I don't think their version was a hit version. Maybe it was. If it was kind of a small hit. Um, but anyway, yeah, Janet Dean, in case you guys don't know, they were sort of an early surf group, kind of a precursor to the Beach Boys. They had some pretty good songs like Surf City and Little Old Lady from Pasadena. They have several songs on my list, by the way. I don't think they were as good as the Beach Boys, but they were pretty good. And so those were the hit versions of Heart and Soul. Like I said, very popular song. And you probably learned to play it. Almost every kid who learns to play the piano, I think, learns Heart and Soul early on. They seem to learn it along with chopsticks. I don't know why. I guess it's an easy song to play. One of the easiest songs to play on the piano. It's a very pretty song, too. And I can't resist mentioning this. It was featured in a really excellent movie that came out in 1988 called Big. If you haven't seen this movie, I highly recommend it. It's with Tom Hanks. I'll just briefly give you a synopsis of the movie. So he finds this kind of fortune telling device. He lives in New York City, and he uh, he goes to this fortune telling he's a kid, yeah. So he's a 13-year-old kid, and he can't get on the roller coaster because he has to be like a grown up to ride the roller coaster. So he wishes he was big, and he does, and the wish comes true. He turns into Tom Hanks, and Tom Hanks does an excellent job in this movie. I mean, he does a really excellent job playing like a 13-year-old kid with a grown man's body. And one of the things he does, this is a classic scene. I think this is the best scene in the movie. He goes to FEO Schwartz and they have this thing called the walking piano. I don't know if they still have that, but they had this back in the '80s, and it was a piano you could put on the floor like a carpet. And if you stepped on any key, it would play a note like a real piano. So he and I guess the other actor was Robert Loggia. He was supposed to be the CEO of FAO Schwartz. So Tom Hanks playing around, and he decides to play some songs on the walking piano, and the CEO joins him, and they're playing Heart and Soul together here. Classic scene. I just couldn't mention. I couldn't resist mentioning. But anyway, that's my profile on Heart and Soul by the Cleftones. Thank you for watching. You guys rock, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.